Hey, it's the Midnight Revan, and today we are doing another list challenge. I hope you are having a wonderful, fantastic day. I've been doing a stock take this weekend, so I am half alive and half dead. Today we are looking at another list challenge. If you haven't seen the previous list challenge I did, we looked at toys from the 80s because that's the year I was born. I was born in 1984. Today we are looking at favorite board games / card games. Now these are lists made by other people, and this is just a bit of fun. So this is on a website called List Challenges, and what you do is you go through the list, and every time you've done something, seen something, ate something, you get a star, and it's just to have a bit of fun to see how you compare to the rest of the world. So let's take a look at this list of favorite board games and card games and see how many have I played. You can also join in below in the comments, or if this is on a premiere, share your answers in the chat. So what we do is we go along here, and as you can see, there are 78 board games in total. I'm going to go through all of them, and if we like them and we've done them and played them, we give them a tick. So 5-second rule, I've actually done that. You literally get 5 seconds to give 3 answers, I think it was. It's a very unusual game, and it's very quick to play. So if you're like limited for time, you can play that really quickly. Okay, 13 Dead End Drive. Never played that. It does look cool though, like a mystery game maybe. 60 Second Slam. Never played that either. I'm gonna guess it's a game where you have to give answers in like a certain time. Apples to Apples. Never heard of that game. You know, some things you're gonna have heard of, some things you aren't. Awkward Family Photos. That looks a really cool game, but I've never played it before. We're going to have to have some of these weird board games. It kind of looks like What Do You Meme kind of thing, like that whole esque. I've never played backgammon before because it looks too complicated. All these little things, and you move them, and the dice, and just, oh dear God, no. Boulder Dash. Never played that either. I don't know anything about that. Bananagrams. I've played Bananagrams. I played that at my ex-partner's stepmom's house. I don't really like the game. It's an okay game. You know, it takes some time up, but it's not overly exciting. Who hasn't played Battleships? If you haven't played Battleships, you haven't lived. Just to let you know. Everybody needs to play Battleships at least once, people. Blockbuster Party Game. I've never played Blockbuster. Do you know, I've never really even been to a Blockbuster. I know they're closed now, but I never really went to one. Blockus is a game where you have these little coloured things and you put them in and stuff, and it just never interested me. Boggle did, though. I was more like for games with like your brain spelling, however hard it was. Then you get Big Boggle. Oh yeah, this is like mega fun at this point. Candyland. I've never played Candyland. I don't know if we ever owned Candyland, but I never played it. And you've got this Carcassonne, which is like a really adult board game. Never played that. I have played Cards Against Humanity. Who hasn't? Catchphrase. Never played Catchphrase. Hang on. Never played Catchphrase. I played it on like sitting here and like watching the telly and playing it, but I've never actually played it. I have played chess. I've played electronic chess, and I've played tabletop chess. My dad used to compete against me. Chinese checkers. My dad tried to teach me Chinese checkers. And I just could not get the hang of it. So we're going to leave that blank because I only played it like once. It just really wasn't for me. Clue. Never played Clue. It's a detective game. And that's not Cluedo. That is Clue. It is an entirely different game. Codenames. Never played Codenames. Don't even know what it is. Amazingly enough, I don't know everything. Who hasn't played Connect 4? Again, another game if you haven't been under a rock. you would have played Connect 4 at least once in your life. I've never played Coop and I've never played Dixit. These are like tabletop board games for like the more advanced people, I'm going to guess. Dutch Blitz, never played that. I've never played Encore. You got the words, can you sing a song? I'm not really into those whole finishing the karaoke song thing one. Exploding Kittens, I've always looked at a buying, but I've never actually bought it. Family Feud is kind of like Family Fortunes, which is what we have in the UK. But I've watched it on the telly, but I've never played it before. Gin Rummy, my nan used to play Gin Rummy. But no, never played Gin Rummy. I have played Hearts before. Who doesn't remember playing Hearts on a wet day in a caravan at least some point? I've played Hungry Hippos. I still love my Hungry Hippos board game. Used to spend hours playing with it. That would definitely take up your day. In a Pickle, no, never heard of that one. If it was Dark and Stormy Night, this is one of the more like wordy kind of board games again. Detective, I think. Not my kind of thing. I have played Jenga before. Again, Jenga is like an old school game now. It's a very simple concept. Jenga is just blocks, but it is a very interesting game. Jokers and Marbles, no, never heard of that. I have played Kaplunk. Again, a bit of old school now with Kaplunk. You know, people are playing like proper board games, and there we are playing Kaplunk. King Domino, again, haven't played every game in the world, unfortunately. Game of Life, many hours spent playing Game of Life. Used to be one of our favorite games as a child, because you get to spin the wheel. Lost in Translation, again, not really for me. And the same with Love Letter. They're more like proper hardcore tabletoppers, which you do get. I mean, there's hundreds of board games out there, like hundreds of them. Okay, next we've got Mancala. Again, never played. Mexican Train. No, that's like a domino game, I believe. Mystery Date. No, never played that. Killer Solitaire. No, not for me. Othello, again, Othello didn't really interest me. It looked too confusing, and as a child, if something's not easy, you just don't want to play it. Outburst, never played that. Pandemic, again, no. And Phase 10, it's not the same as Uno. Phase 10 looks like Uno, but it isn't. It's different. I think maybe my son had it at one point, but not me. Quiddler, never played Quiddler. Quirkle, again, another game I haven't heard of. Probably half this list I haven't heard of. Twix, is that how you spell that? Quix? Twix? Quix? No, I did play Risk. I used to play Risk a lot. Risk was a game where you had to have these tiny little armies and you used to take over the world with them. I also played the computer version of Risk as well, which was also kind of cool, but I did play the tabletop one as well. Rook, although I do love Ravens, I've never played Rook card game. Say Something, what do your friends really think? Never done that either. No. Seen It, I've never played any of the Seen It ones, and there's like Seen It Harry Potter, Seen It Friends. There's quite a lot of Seen It ones nowadays. I have played Scrabble. Many an argument has been won or lost by playing Scrabble long into the night. Drunk Scrabble is where you come up with the really good words. Strategies, never played that. Scrutiny Eyes, never played that. I've never played Cantan, Settlers of Cantan, or Cantan City Nights. See, these are lists that people have made. So some people have played more like tabletop. Others have played like more traditional. So if I did another one of these with somebody else's list, they would probably have more of the well-known games. Never played the expansion of Catan either. Never played Smart Ass, although I sometimes think I'm one. I've never played Sorry. It looks a really cool game. I mean, look at his face. Never played that, and I've never played Spades either. We haven't played a lot. Stratego. Have we played Stratego? I think my son used to play Stratego, but I didn't. I didn't play it as a kid myself. Sushi Go. No, again, wasn't my type of game. Taboo. Never played Taboo. Taco versus Burrito. No. Ticket to Ride. Oh, that's a really cool game. It's where you go around the country on a train. I've never played Ticket to Ride because the board game itself is around £40 or £50. If you buy it, it's not cheap. There are proper cheap versions that you can get, not called Ticket to Ride, but similar. And Ticket to Ride Europe, these proper hardcore table games are around £50 each, depending on where you go. Everyone has played Trivial Pursuit, at least one of Trivial Pursuit, whether it's Genius, Kids, Family. I'm sure you played like at least one. Trivial Pursuit total 80s. No, I've only ever played like the traditional. I have played Uno. I played that with my youngest. He was obsessed with Uno at one point. Constantly obsessed with it. I have played Upwards. Upwards is where you make words, but then you can also make words on top of words. Kind of like Scrabble, but playing upwards. Oh my god, I'm sorry for yawning. I've had a very long day. We didn't play test this at all. No. Where in the world is Cameron Santiago? No, never played that. Wits and Wagers. I've never played Wits and Wagers, but I have played Yahtzee. So you go to the end and you go to show my result, and it says that I have 18 out of 78%. You did better than 44% of users. Your rank is 111 out of 201, but you didn't beat the average, which was 21. So what that means is I don't play like what I call hardcore tabletop games like Catan, and those kind of ones. I play like Payday, Monopoly, traditional family games more than the like new age tabletop games. But if you want to like, subscribe, and give us a big thumbs up, comment down below your favorite board game. Did it feature? Did it not? Do you want to see more board game lists to see what I'm interested in? Because there are more of these that feature board games, and maybe the next one will have a bit of difference. What you can do is each of these things have different ones. So you've got tons basically. And they've got board games, traditional board games, old style board games, books, movies, travel, food, you name it, they've got a list featuring it. I have made my own list as well. I haven't showcased my list, but I have made a list. You can go to the website and try my one out if you so wish. I made a list featuring this one, and it was what types of goths have you heard of? If you want to go compete in that, that would be amazing. Go look it up, and I've already had 7 people do my quiz. Like, how cool is that? 7 people have already done my quiz. That's like really cool. 7 users, 18 views. I mean, that's amazing, right? That someone's actually done my list. If you want to check my list, go to the website, List Challenges, find my list, and you could be one of the 27 people that have looked at it and 7 that have completed it. So I will see you all very soon for another video. Take care and thanks for watching. Bye, guys.